Hi, I'm Andrew Jackson, and welcome to Vecna Robotics. Today we're going to talk about tow tractors. You guys might call them a tow motor. Some of y'all might call it a tugger. But what it is it's a small vehicle that moves things from point A to point B in a facility. It's usually manned by one of your employees. Today we're going to start talking about the Oxen Series tow tractor and talk about it from its base platform made by Unicarriers of America. What you see in front of you is an AMR that's based on an OEM truck, which means that it is a manned vehicle first and foremost that can be used in an autonomous mode. Up front, you'll notice a customized bumper that's housing and protecting two safety-based Lidar sensors. The Lidar sensors are used to create a safe envelope around the actual tractor itself. This keeps your operators and workforce safe while the tractor moves in and around them in free space. Looking just above that bumper, right above the blue light, you'll see a small silver sensor. This is called the Waymo Sensor, and we're excited to introduce this technology to our AMR platform because it's actually used in driverless cars today. LiDAR-based solutions use millions of points of light. They send them out into the world, and the time it takes for the receiver to receive them is called time of flight. Time of flight allows us to create millions of data points and give us a very detailed view what we see out in front of us, allowing us to do things like map facilities, localize, and adapt to obstacles which may be in the AMR's path, instead of actually coming to a stop for them or coming to a screeching halt as they encroach upon the lower sensors, which are keeping the vehicle and the operator safe. To the rear, you'll notice another sensor. It's on the mast, slightly above where an operator might stand, and this is called our localization-based LiDAR. This is seeing everything above what the Waymo sensor and the smaller sensors below are seeing and creating maps of the world and aiding in our navigation and localization through the facility. What we're doing is we're siting infrastructure, racking machines, columns, ceilings, and walls, and then we're remembering where they are just as we would do with our eyes. And then we're able to navigate freely and openly in the facility, always knowing where we are. We're increasing throughput with Oxen Series tow tractors. We're extending staff efficiency by allowing somebody that would normally man this vehicle to do a more important task. We're reducing take times and creating consistent cycle times, which are measurable against performance data provided by the Pivotal Insights platform, which I'll discuss with you in a little bit. Other things to note is the mast in the middle that the operator can grab onto in order to maintain control of the truck or recover it if in the event it can't get around an obstacle. E-stops in order for operators to utilize in case of emergency conditions, and a battery that is located directly below the touchscreen, which is suited for battery swapping and easy extraction. Here in this application, you're going to see non-conveyable transport of goods through a sortation facility. When you order a pair of skis or a lawn umbrella, it doesn't fit very well on a conveyor. So it gets there more quickly and efficiently on the back of our Oxen Series tow tractor. Please note these are quad steer carts. There's 4 of them, and each one of them is outfitted with e-stops, meaning the Oxen can support I/O strings on any cart type or train length. We have a maximum runtime of 8 hours on a battery. But what you're going to notice here on the next picture is a very large bumper attached when the application changes over. This large bumper towards the front of the vehicle that you see here actually houses an auto charging setup, which allows the vehicle to report to a charging station when it's not being used and get a little extra juice to keep it in the game. You'll also notice a difference in the carts that we're towing on this Oxen Series tractor. These are actually non-quad steer dolly carts, and we're still able to make tight turns with maximum efficiency and capacity. Speed of up to 4 miles per hour and 10,000 pounds is that capacity. What we're doing with the tow tractors in facilities is trying to complete applications such as dynamic milk runs, line side replenishment, or bringing tools to the line, dock to stock, dock to dock, storage to dock applications for put away, non-conveyable transport, and reducing non-value added transport within any of your operations. Next, let's talk about how we're going to get there. AMRs use multi-sensor fusion in order to create a view in the world that is unaffected by dirt, dust, or ambient lighting conditions, which may otherwise adversely affect vision-guided face solutions. A combination of 3D SLAM LiDAR and vision sensors actively locate where we are within any facility. The vision sensors are usually used by our vehicles to either keep the vehicle safe while it is being remotely operated into service by what we call the Network Operations Center, which is an added feature from Vecna Robotics that we can talk to you about should you be further interested in the future. Sensor data is used to create a facility map that we can then plan our paths through and not follow specific paths. On those paths, we can actually avoid obstacles by planning our routes around them. And we can also recover ourselves within any facility via multiple different solutions that the Vecna platform has. It verifies its location and searches for alternative routes if they are blocked. Pivotal fleet management is at the core of all of this. What we're doing with Pivotal is actually optimizing the workforce, managing the fleet, and giving real-time metrics back to the consumer about what their robots are, where they are, and how well they're doing in their tasks. Safe operation in mixed environments is the key #1 concern for Vecna Robotics and should be for any AMR platform. A vehicle needs to be safe to operate in and around its workforce. So B56.5 by ANSI was written just for that compliance. We are B56.5 compliant with a PLD rated safety solution that was given to us by a third-party risk assessment. So while we like our vehicles and we're really proud of them, we're also not the people that tell them that they're safe. The vehicle resets automatically after a sensor trip. So if a safety field is encroached upon, a certain time passes and the vehicle will continue its operation seamlessly without being manually recovered or need for intervention from one of your full-time equivalents. We're also concerned about the vehicle's safety and longevity as much as we are concerned about the people's safety. So what we're doing with our sensors is planning stops versus coming to a screeching halt, which reduces the brake and motor wear caused by these hard stops with high capacity attached to us. Lastly, you'll notice on every single one of our setups that there is an intuitive user interface. And that user interface actually allows operators to interface with the machines and give it tasks and missions. Tasks and missions are input one of 3 ways. One is called non-integrated. Utilizing a touchscreen interface, the operator can select where the robot's next mission is. We can add that to a semi-integrated solution where call boxes or I/O can be used within the facility to have the robots report for work. Lastly, we can integrate fully into any ERP or WMS system through the Pivotal Fleet Management and Orchestration Engine. This allows us to take work orders directly from your system and reduces the need for operator interface with the units themselves, both increasing efficiency and effectiveness of the robot. This is our lineup from Vecna Robotics. We've talked a lot about the Oxen Series tow tractor today, but if you have need to move high capacity pallets, we also do have a Workhorse Series pallet jack capable of moving 8,000 pounds freely and openly in the facility, just as we described today. Next, we have the counterbalance fork truck, the Silverback series, with a 72-inch lift height and 92-degree turn radius, max capacity of 3,000 pounds. Come talk to us at Vecna about what moves you. We'll see what you can do for us today. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.